ravage everything you hold dear. There will be no mercy.
Cut! Toast! Look excited! I want to smell the excitement! Toast more! 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 More!
Mortal Kombat came out today. I've been watching a litany of bad movies, like so many bad films, bro, that at this point, it feels like I'm torturing myself. Mortal Kombat was so bad, I'd rather watch Twitch dots for 2 hours straight.
Anyways, would you rather be smart and beautiful or dumb and ugly? Dumb and ugly. No, wait, smart and beautiful. Wait, I didn't understand the question.
Kids today get a gold star for not waking up dead.
That, for me, I used to think was torture. I spent most of my time looking at this film and looking at the clock like, is it over yet? Oh my God. I can't say like, thank I didn't pay for it because I have HBO Max. Because I wanted to watch a Kurosawa films. And now it's like I'm punishing myself with this garbage. Simply because YouTube's on such a censorship frenzy, I may as well talk about something they won't demonetize me for. Mortal Kombat starts off like somewhat decent. You know, you get to see the beginning of Scorpion and Sub-Zero's rivalry. Technically, they did not follow the lore. If you don't know the lore, I'm not going to try and spoil it for you, because if you care, you're going to look. If you don't, you won't. So maybe, frankly, I could tell you. Okay, listen, screw it. Because you're probably not, if you don't know the lore, you're not going to look anyway. I'm going to try and paraphrase this as quickly as possible, because ain't nobody got time for an hour-long video of me talking about some karate video game you probably don't give a shit no more. All right, Quan Chi technically posed as Sub-Zero to kill Scorpion's family and stuff, to then get Scorpion to, like, you know, be pulled in the hell and whatnot, and then Quan Chi could get his soul to make him one of his dudes, because, you know, Quan Chi wants to rule Outworld, whole political BS with Quan Chi, Shao Kahn, and what the hell's the dude who steals people's souls I can't think of right now, because the movie was so bad, my brain is literally trying to delete everything I just saw, because that's how I cope with trauma. I forget things. You know what I'm talking about. Hollywood's so retarded. They would like make a movie about M&Ms and replace the chocolate with like rat turds or something. Chocolate could be found offensive for plus size people. So we made M&Ms fat-free cookies, because that's how they work in this day and age. Raiden shows up and saves a child. Honestly, I don't recall anyone in Scorpion's family living. That's why he was a vengeful spirit. The motherfucker was pissed off for centuries. Then it goes to like some dude named Cole, who's a shit MMA fighter. I guess this is where Hollywood tries to make it more friendly for people today, because I guess MMA is the only thing anyone knows about fighting anymore. Like, oh yeah, fighting movies, is it got MMA? I don't want to see it. Bruce Lee who? Cole is like, I don't even know why they have him here. The best way to put it is Hollywood figured that the lore of Mortal Kombat would be too complex for your pea-sized brain. So in order for you to understand, they had to make a self-insert character that the audience is supposed to relate to, so that they could be brought into the Mortal Kombat world and not be completely all at sea. When the people themselves who were making the film obviously A, didn't care about the source material, or B, were just creatively bankrupt. Because you'll find out later, I don't even know if you'll sit through this whole review, Cole turns into like Colossus from the X-Men, essentially. No sense. After he gets his ass kicked, for some reason, Jax shows up, which is technically chronologically out of order. I don't think Jax didn't show up till 2, and I'm not 100% sure of the lore. I thought Goro ripped off Jax's arms. I could be wrong, because I wasn't interested in finding out what was up with Jax. Sub-Zero is now Shang Tsung's errand boy, and for some reason, he's running around and killing everyone. Oh, that's right, the braided bead his daughter gave him turned into his superpower. This movie's stupid. Literally, Mortal Kombat felt more like a mutant movie than anything else. It was like Mortal Kombat meets X-Men meets Overwatch.
You know, the world could always use more heroes.
Hell no!
That's how ridiculous it is. Is that how they pitched it? Ah, fucking A. Now we have to follow around Cole's family, who you don't give two shits about. You know, he's got a wife and a kid. Oh no, Sub-Zero. And you're like, what? What the f is going on? Sub-Zero fights Jax, and it goes as you'd figure. Since Sub-Zero's pretty much the bad guy of the entire film, he whoops Jax's ass and then blows his arms up with icicles, whatever. Jax is obviously the token black dude with the way he's coming at him. Frankly, I don't think any black guy could see a Chinese dude throwing around icicles and be like, I did 6 tours of duty. Who gives a shit? This guy's hanging out in the world with 4-armed giant Shreks. We're fighting the Taliban by blasting Metallica in a hole. This is a whole other level. Whatever. We literally go to Outworld, which is probably like a location shoot in like Arizona. And literally the editors for this probably put it in DaVinci Resolve. And the guy over his shoulder was like, make it look like another planet. So he turned the saturation down on the desert. Wow. Production value at a level 10. Why is Shang Tsung a dirty man? That doesn't make sense. 2, Melina looks like garbage. Like, they just should have left the mask on her if they're going to do her makeup so poorly. It literally looked like they gave Joaquin Phoenix some magic markers and said, go to town. Sonya Blade is now helping Cole, our protagonist in the film. This guy serves no purpose. It's literally stupid. You don't need him. He is an inserted character by someone who's creatively retarded because it makes no sense to have him. The acting is it's appalling. It's like literally made for TV movie.
That's part up. It just kind of sounds like you made it up. I mean, and look, they spelled it wrong.
Hey, you listen to me. I think there's another tournament coming. That's why you're here. That is why Jax and I have been tracking you. Because we need to find every last champion before it's too late.
Welcome Albert to the Champions Club. Albert, get in, settle in.
You know, the one good thing about coronavirus is it's kind of helped Hollywood. Or maybe it's really screwed Hollywood. Because you watch this and you think, wow, this would have been in theaters. Actually, it is in theaters. If you paid to see this in theaters, I feel bad for you. No amount of like super Dolby digital surround sound and 3D would make this remotely less shit. In fact, if I saw this in 3D, I'd probably have to commit suicide. This, I never want to see again. Ever. Ever. I'm only doing this for you. I only watched this because I thought I'll try and pull a cynical drunk. I'll start reviewing movies. But now I realize why he gets loaded. He has to watch this, and you need a serious buzz on to get past this garbage. I guess Reptile was turned into a literal lizard man. Lottie friggin' da. Sonya and Kano are like, they're like buddy-buddy in the beginning of the film, which is retarded. These two hate each other in the lore. But then again, Hollywood movie. Not getting into it, because my throat's getting dry from bitching about this. Sonya and Kano then decide to go to find like Raiden's temple. It's literally the same desert that Shang Tsung was walking in, but this time they turned the saturation up in Resolve. So basically now it actually looks like Earth sand. Wow. Editing. Liu Kang shows up, and he's supposed to be a chosen one in Mortal Kombat. But he's not. It's Cole. Why? Because I don't know. Someone's a shit writer. That's why. They go to Raiden's temple to do training. I got nothing to say. Like, it's lame, honest to God. Raiden reads everybody to filth like it's RuPaul's Drag Race and the library's open. You suck, and you suck. Get out. No, we're going to train you anyway. Shang Tsung decides to come to Earth, and every time he comes to Earth, he has to put in his black contacts so he can look extra scary. Ooh. He basically tries to fight everyone. Portals, blah, blah, blah. What else can I say about this? Let's fast forward. Oh, Jax's arms, he comes back, and somehow now Jax gets his arms from, like, his, like, little bad robotic arms from the people in Raiden's temple. That didn't make any sense. It really didn't. I'm sitting there like they're living in rocks, making potions out of herbs and shit, but technically they have better prosthetics than the U.S. government. There you go. And I know someone will go, well, they went to get help from other worlds. So fine, so be it. Whatever. It's a fantasy movie after all, right? They train these assholes to get their superpowers because you have to unlock your powers like any other hero's journey story, but it's stupid. Considering you're trying to cram this into 2 hours, and I don't believe it. I do not recall seeing any Mortal Kombat lore like this. It was like they took the idea and ran with it with their own sort of shit. And it just makes it bad and unbelievable. Now we have to think about Cole's ratbag family that you don't give a shit about. Raiden's like, Cole, you could go home. On what planet is Cole so irresponsible? He's like, well, they're sitting around a fucking Chinese dude who literally can freeze the sky, who's trying to kill everybody with, oh yeah, you get a special mark to be in Mortal Kombat now. It wasn't that you were just a great fighter recruited by Raiden to defend Earth. Now you got to be born special or kill someone that was special. It like passes on. It's stupid with a capital S. Blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, Cabal shows up, and I'm sitting there like, Cabal doesn't show up till MK3. What's going on? Whatever. Kano sides with the Outworld. You saw that coming a mile away because we need some sort of like plot twist that you already knew was coming. Whoa! Great writing here. God, this movie sucks. It fucking sucks. The coolest thing about like the fight scene between the Outworld and Earth was like Kung Lao's fatality. That was it. And then they kill Kung Lao immediately, and I'm like, well...
Flawless victory.
So the main character, Cole, MMA dude you don't care about, goes home. I would like to see who greenlit this screenplay for this. Who could have wrote this and then read it and said, this is going to be great? There's no way the people editing this film didn't sit there and go, God, this is just a bad idea. But then again, who the hell knows? He turns into Colossus at this point and easily dispenses of Goro because he's that amazing now. Literally, the dude couldn't fight in an MMA ring for $200. All of a sudden, he's dropping a 1-ton 4-arm monster like it was nothing. Blah, 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 blah. Kung Lao's dead. Yada, yada, yada. And, oh yeah. The Cole guy becomes like the point, and he's telling everybody how they're going to fight the Outworld enemies. It's like literally this dude didn't know his ass from his elbow a few days ago, and now he's wearing some shitty armor that literally look like something from, you know, anyone's cosplay fantasies on Tumblr. Raiden's like, okay, when you go up against Sub-Zero, take your great-great-great-granddaddy's little kunara, whatever the hell the ninja thing is called. You watch Naruto, you know better than I do. And then Scorpion will come and fight with you. I'm not joking. And that's what happens. Sub-Zero lays the smackdown, freezes this dude's family, so technically they should be dead. Like, literally, even if you defrosted them, like, they would die. But, you know, it's a fantasy film. Scorpion comes back. Him and Sub-Zero have one final duel. And then Grandpa Scorpion fights with grandson douchebag to defeat Sub-Zero. It's bad. It's just so garbage. When I think about like how Asian films used to be, you know, like martial art films, I would think Bruce Lee in his prime. And now we've got this. Everything Bruce Lee wanted to get rid of in any film that had to do with martial arts with, you know, stupid flips and all this other BS. It's all back to where it was. Bruce's whole legacy was ruined. Everything he fought for gone. And now we have garbage films like this. Absolute garbage. This film was a travesty. Anyone that's a Mortal Kombat fan that even knows any of the lore would look at this and go, what is this? It's like going to Panera Bread, but instead of getting an, I don't know, a Frontega chicken sandwich, someone takes a hot shit in it and then hands it to you and smiles and says, no, this is better. It's just so stupid on so many levels. And I sat there and I thought to myself, thank God the movie's over, right? Like, it's an hour and 30 minutes of my life fucking wasted on this film that I won't get back. I would rather have watched paint dry than see this film. And the worst part of it is there's going to be a sequel. It's already like, they're like, guess what? Mortal Kombat 2's coming and Johnny Cage will be here. No. Stop right now. Someone get Filthy Frank in here.
You need to stop everything. This needs to stop now. This is not okay. This needs to stop now.